Thank you so much.
Ready? Everybody ready? All right, this is a really exciting day for us at the Sarasota Police Department and for the downtown area of Sarasota. I'm Police Chief Bernadette DiPino, and behind me you see 21 of the Sarasota Police Department citizen volunteers. This is an outstanding group of individuals in our community that are willing to give of their time, and they've gone through a lot of training, and I'll go over that in a little bit. I want to introduce some of the dignitaries that are here today. We've got our City Manager, Tom Barwin. We also have our Deputy City Manager, Marlon Brown, here. We have two of our City Commissioners. In a second, we're going to hear from one of them. The Vice Mayor, Susan Chapman, is here, and we also have our Commissioner, Suzanne Atwell. We also have some supporters from the downtown area. Ron Soto from the Downtown Sarasota Merchants Association is here. We have the Vice Chair of the Downtown Sarasota Alliance, Victor Scully. We have Stephanie Greskutsk. All right, I've got that.
Fine.
Is that okay? How did I say that right?
You're fine.
Okay. From the Visit Sarasota County, Mark Lyons from the City of Sarasota Parking Enforcement, and Norm Golub from the Sarasota Chamber of Commerce. But there's also another really important person that I want to introduce to you who we just recently brought on board for the Sarasota Police Department, and that is Michelle Ronica. Michelle, would you come up for a second? Michelle is our new Citizen Volunteer Coordinator. She's a part-time employee, and she's taken off running from June 11th when she started with us, and this was one of her first projects that she's brought to fruition, and we really appreciate the hard work and commitment that she's put forward in this effort. And I also want to recognize Peter Graham, our Police Advisory Committee Chairman, and thank you so much for being here. But let me tell you a little bit about our citizen volunteers and a little bit about what they're going to be doing. First of all, the citizens that have volunteered, they have to go through a pretty extensive background check. They have to be a good character and have high integrity, and we really look through who they are and check their backgrounds to make sure that they're individuals that we want representing the Sarasota Police Department. Once we select the individuals, they have to go through some very extensive, intense training. They actually go through 24 hours of training, and here's some of the areas that they go through training. Ethics, policies and procedures, first aid and CPR, radio operations. They will be carrying radios when they patrol around the downtown area. They won't be making arrests, they won't be engaging in typical police activities, but they will be in an extra set of eyes and ears and a sense of security for people when they're here in downtown. But they also are going to be ambassadors for the city of Sarasota, so they can point out locations, directions, also where restaurants are, and also maybe highlight some of the great cultural events that we have in the city of Sarasota, like plays and productions at the Van Wezel and at the Opera and the ballet, and really give a citizen that may not be that familiar with our downtown area a little bit of information. I actually saw this when I was in Memphis, Tennessee one time. They had a volunteer program similar to this, and somebody came up to me dressed in a unique uniform like this and asked me if I was lost and needed directions. And it was really refreshing and nice and reassuring to know that there was somebody that knew a lot about the community and was willing to help somebody that might be a stranger and make us feel welcome, because I think that's what embraces the heart and culture of the city of Sarasota, is that we're a welcoming community. So they go over rules and regulations, reporting a suspicious activity, report writing, interpersonal communication. They learn the city geography, vehicle-related issues like disabled vehicles, accidents, and parking. And then in service, they have ongoing in service, so they will be constantly updated and training on human diversity, the radio procedures, interactions with the homeless, driver awareness, the trespass enforcement program, and then gang awareness and more. So I'm very excited about this program. This was a brainstorm, really, our city manager, Tom Barwin, had, and I'm going to turn this over to him. And this is something I believe in and support and embrace. And I'm going to let the city manager speak, and then I'm going to have the, I tell you what, let me have the vice mayor come up first, if you wouldn't mind coming up representing the city.
Well, first of all, I want to apologize for Mayor Willie Shaw. He had an emergency dental appointment. I want to thank all of these wonderful volunteers, because what these volunteers do is play an important role in peacekeeping in our city. They do much of the online basic policing work that saves our officers for more serious incidents. And I want to thank them for all of their dedication, all of their training, and all of their volunteer efforts for the police department. Much of police work is peacekeeping, and these are the ground troops for peacekeeping in our city. I think this is a wonderful program because what the aim is to create this sense of safety and security and comfort in our downtown area. All of these trained volunteers will be on the streets creating a sense of comfort with everyone who visits our downtown. And I want to thank them for all of their efforts on our behalf of the citizens of Sarasota. Thank you so much.
And now our city manager, Tom Barwin.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chief. I know we're all a little bit biased. We think Sarasota is really a special place, but I think it's proven out in what we know about Sarasota. Last night, the City Commission received a report from a retail consultant that I think shared some information that was pretty interesting. We have nearly 1 million people who come here every year and stay in our hotels for an average of 6.5 days. They come here because this is really a special place and increasingly a world-class place. And while they're here, it's important for us, for this city, to be clean, to be safe, to be user-friendly, for our guests to know where they might want to go. And what we have here this morning is, I think, a perfect example and demonstration of this community's relentless efforts to keep making this an increasingly better place and to meet the expectations that our residents have and that our visitors have, and to continue to keep going and growing and having this community be all it can be. So, Chief, I thank you for moving forward on this initiative. A really special thanks to all of our volunteers. What an impressive looking group and what impressive numbers here on the very first day of kicking off this program. But, you know, we do have some new competition for retail and entertainment in the region. And I think this is a statement to everybody that the city of Sarasota is going to continue to compete and be the best it can be and be the class of the west coast of Florida. So thank you. We look forward to working closely with each and every one of you. Keep the doors of communication open. Let us know what we can do to keep you and help you be successful in your work. And if there's a sidewalk that's popping up that somebody might trip over, we know you're going to let us know about it. If there's some trash that isn't being picked up because we need to be clean, we know and expect you to let us know about it. If there's some suspicious looking characters hanging out, we know that you're going to let us know about it. And most importantly, we know you're going to let our visitors know where the great places to go are, what they might want to see, how to get there, and have a good time while they're here. Thank you very much.
Well, just a final comments is that this is just part of our community policing strategy. We believe high visibility out in the community, letting people see police and our police volunteers. It makes people feel safe. We believe it'll also deter crime, and just have the city know that there's somebody there that's willing to help if somebody needs directions, needs information. But they're also there to report suspicious activities and behaviors to our police officers and be an outreach for our department. So at this point, I'm going to open it up to see if anybody has any questions. But I do want to say one thing that our volunteers shared with me earlier. They said they've already, in the short time that they've been out here today, have received such positive response from citizens in the community and from the businesses. So I think just being here less than 2 hours, they're already getting positive feedback. And I'll tell you, I actually saw them this morning. I think their bright blue shirts really stand out. When you see that, it makes people feel comfortable and know that somebody's paying attention. Somebody is in the community watching what's going on. And again, this is just our effort to maintain the safety of a city that's a great city, the city of Sarasota. So questions? All right, excellent. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And let's give a round of applause for our volunteers. Thank you so much.